Welcome into the Wargod channel. I'm gonna get straight into the patch notes. I know this is not like my typical videos, but I love to do these, just telling in that Wargod experience. After all, I am the best Warhammer player in campaign or multiplayer, so I want to give my takes, summarize things up, because this is a really big patch, and I don't want to waste your guys' time yapping too much, so I'm gonna get right into this and kind of summarize things. I've already read this once, and I've summarized what I think about this patch, so that you can just get to it, get to the girthy, meaty potatoes. Let's get right into it. Alright, first of all, 2 new units, Nurgle grenades and Nurgle flingers. Nurgle grenades are a grenade unit, very good for Grand Cathay. It's going to help them a bunch. They struggle with things like a Witch Elf Rush or Demonette Rush. Now they're going to have these grenades with the Stun Bomb. The Stun Bomb is going to have like a debuff, like the Blinded effect. I think it's probably going to have like -10, -12 MA and MD if I had to guess. So yeah, that's the Nurgle grenade. It's going to be very helpful for us Grand Cathay mains. We've been struggling, so I'm glad to see it. Noblar flingers, because of course ogres needed another Noblar unit. They nerfed pigback riders in this patch, and they replaced them with Noblar flingers, it feels like, because they're equipped with slings and malicious runs. I read guns there, but okay. Anyway, Noblar flingers, they fling at you. They're like better Skaven slaves. I can almost guarantee that these guys are about to be OP. Shay just can't help themselves giving an ogre's OP shays on release. I don't know why, it's just an addiction of theirs. That is it for the new units. A little, not too much, but Noblar, no, fuck it out. Campaign, Tzeentch, campaign, fragments of sorcery. Basically, I already read all this. You see each of these slots. These are 2 low-level spells, 2 medium spells, 2 high-level spells. You can replace these spells with any of the 9 basic lores, so fire, life, or death. So you can have here, like, I don't know, Earthblood. Here you can have Buna. Here you can have, I don't know, Firestorm, right? So these start with your low level, then your medium level, then your high level spells, and now Kairos can select them all. They need to recycle this mechanic and put it on characters like Manfred or Marathi, because that would be super sick. Because Manfred right now has that weird thingy, and Marathi just like a mixed lore. Put this on those characters who deserve it, but you can only select between, obviously, like Marathi is dark, and I don't even know. This is like, it's dark and shadow, right? So she can pick between dark and shadow. Manfred can pick between death and vampires, right? That would be super cool. Recycle it, change the little icon. See, I know it's a lot of work, but come on, you can just do it, bro. Yeah, just lock in. This is the stuff that really helps the game out. I appreciate you doing this though. This is super cool. Tzeentch building and availability. Basically, I'll summarize all of this yap up right here. Pretty simple. A lot of stuff got moved from tier 3 to tier 2, or like 1 tier down, so you're able to get stuff earlier. The Chaos Warriors got moved down 1 tier, so you're able to get them earlier. Both of the magic heroes that are mortal, the cult and the chaos sorcerer hero, both got moved 1 down tier, so you're going to get them earlier in the campaign, so it's going to be a lot better. Also, you're going to get their capacity 1 tier earlier as well, so you can get the cults plus from tier 3, so that's pretty good. You can have them in minor settlement. Sorcerers are still at tier 4 though, so can't get them in minor settlement cost increase, but it's still pretty good. Tzeentch's capital now has Marauders and Standard Marauders at tier 1, and the Rift offers, the Demon one offers Blue Hordes and Furies, and the Mortal one now answers Standard and Spear Marauders. Chaos Lord trait, basically, when you select the Lord with this faction effect, they're making it a huge buff, because before it was kind of irrelevant. I didn't even know what it really did. It's going to do a buff to construction time, and barrier effects and spell cooldowns. Very cool, making it more thematic for Kairos. And also Kairos is going to start off with 2 cults now, so you can kind of go wherever you want. You're not stuck in the Southlands, because Kairos, you kind of get sims between Teclis and Stinky Boy, the hell, Oxio, and he trying to fuck you up. So you can now switch over and go in the cults, and now you can actually summon Fate Weaver like Scarbrand has if you do a ritual in the cults, and just get Kairos and start in a new start position. You're not locked down to the south. Pretty good. Kislev, supporter race gone. Boris, no longer you have to have the character like do, what is it? It was a Storms of Chaos campaign and do a quest battle. You no longer have to do it, you just get him. Court and Orthodoxy completely removed. I'll explain to you what exactly this is. I know it's a lot to take in. Basically, each building has like a specific Ice Court or Orthodoxy. You have to choose which one you want to be building around. And every time you do that, you do stuff for the Orthodox, you do stuff for the Ice Court, you gain points, and once you reach 100 points, you get one of these tickets. And once you get these tickets, they're going to provide buffs to your faction, like here, Foundations, United in Unity. Every owned settlement provides a +1 income and +5 growth to all settlements. Pretty dang good, man. So permanent upgrades are a lot better than was there before. I like it quite a bit. But if you try to double dip, like you try to be a little bit of a, sneaky guy, playing on the line, you're going to get debuffs to your faction. I assume like leadership, public order, stuff like that. So, but there is going to be stuff to counteract this. So if you stick in there, get girthy, lock in, you should be fine. but you really want to just be going for one side. So you want to go Ice Court first and then probably get those upgrades and then go Great Orthodoxy. Instead of, you can't go like Orthodoxy, Great Orthodoxy, or else you're just going to mess up your campaign. Wait till the late game till you're able to circumvent those nerfs. You get both sides, permanent upgrades, great change. Nobody liked the supporter race, it was very lame before. Devotion, it's replaced control. So basically, the higher the devotion you get, you're allowed to use these special abilities. When you're devoted, climate penalties are removed, line of sight, invocation, pretty good. And when you release minus 100 devotion, a chaos incursion, so that's basically a replacement for your rebels, is the chaos incursion. So the more devotion, the better, pretty much. No climate penalties at plus 75 devotion, and above 50 devotion allows uses of invocation in Motherland for forces and settlements. We'll get into that, I think just under it, yeah. Okay, also now, when declaring war on another Kislev faction, you don't get a minus 100 devotion penalty, it's only 10 for all provinces, which can be a lot if you have a lot of provinces, but early game when you're really doing this, because Kislev doesn't have too many factions on the map, it will be fine, it's not going to do that much. Army invocations, yeah, so these are the invocations you remember before they changed it, so now, when you're in your own territory, you can buff the certain units with a buff, basically invoke and take it out of the turret. So you bulk them with Urson, 5 turns, 20% movement range, bitterness of winter, elemental strength, and then you can move out of the settlement with that buff from your army. Pretty good. I like this change a lot. But on top of that, in the actual settlement itself, they recycled that Dark Elf mechanic, which they seem to love to be doing recently. They love recycling, which is good for the environment, not good for the game, okay? But I think it's fine. As long as they have both of these. I think if it was just one, I'd be a little disappointed, but with both, it makes it pretty cool. So in the settlement too, they have their own buffs. You can do both at one each time, theoretically, but it's going to cost 50 devotion for anything you do, so it's quite expensive. So yeah. So you do that, buff your army with that one, or like this one, Urson, remember this was in the game before, Winter Storm, Attrition. Pretty cool. Atamans, they changed them completely. They completely removed the old system. Now, Atamans have a new skill tree and they have a new weapon. They have an axe and a gun now, so you can use them as like a shooting character, which is really cool. They needed that for sure to make them more unique. And they have their own skill tree right now. You can't take them out of settlements anymore, but you can do something which is called attacking with the garrison. You can sally out the garrison. You see the bubblegum pink, which I love. I love bubblegum pink. And sally them out and attack the enemy forces that are around them. That's pretty good. And yeah, you can just level them up, and they have special buffs now. Cool. They just revamped them completely. They gave them experience and skills. So that's cool, but they can't leave the settlement. They can only do this like attacking thing here. You see the aura? That's cool. Put them in a strong settlement. You no longer have to get your guys and bring them back. Mother of Stankia, Teleport Dilemma. She can either go to Kislev or remain in Nagaroth, pretty much. Not much to say there. This, irrelevant. Just basically, this is a little bit better. It removes plagues as well. Ice Court also got buffed. Basically, all the times are reduced. And a lot of those dookie traits, like the, I don't even know, like minus 10% recruitment cost, stuff like lame like that have been combined. So now the traits are going to matter more. And there's more choices when you're choosing your traits, meaning that the Ice Court is better, but it does cost a little bit more. So keep that in mind. And they also have a new building tree. So basically, there used to be like the Orthodoxy section. Now there's an Ice Court section. So you can choose to either go Orthodoxy or Kislev to buff those previously mentioned points I was talking about. So you do this side or this side, and there's even branching pathways too, which is super cool. I hope to do more of this in the future. Like you branch here and then branch here again, creating a lot more strategy and thinking for the campaign. Also in tier 3 you get it as well. I don't know, we don't know what these buildings are going to do yet. I assume it's something similar here, like public order minus corruption, that kind of thing, but we're just going to have to wait to see. Technology, it just completely changed. It's like the Kaosdorf one now. Everything's kind of split up, and I think they changed some of the stats around for a bunch of them too. They didn't even list them here because there's so many. Cathay, new Ogre Camp. Finally, Zhao Ming can make use of his like buff to Ogre Mercenaries, when before it was like he wouldn't get Mercenaries. So what's the point of the buff? Now he gets Mercenaries. Pretty cool. Miao Ying also, Lord trait, pretty bare bones. It was. I didn't like that it was just like a generic, like, oh, all range units are good now. Now, specifically Nurgle units, think Nurgle grenades, obviously, the Nurgle long rifles, iron hails. I wonder if the Sky Junk will count as one. I think it should. I mean, she starts off with one. I'd be shocked if it didn't. But yeah, she's now for specifically Nurgle themed units, which hint for the next video may or may not be a Cathay campaign with a little bit of freak in it. I don't know. You'll have to find out. It's going to be a good video. Trust me. And that's pretty much what the Miao Ying sub is. Awesome. Great. Could they get a little stuff? UI abilities, they're spreading them out now. Great. They were like, bro, what even is this? And then I assume you could click that little square there for a plus sign. And then you can hide it as well, because it is a little lot on the screen. But now you can click that, see everything. Nice. Easy. Balance changes, bug fixes, all these. I didn't see anything particularly crazy here. I'm going to go straight into the balances. So that was all the campaign stuff. we're going to go straight into the balance patch here. Like I said, I want to keep this brief because I want people to get to the main idea of what I'm trying to talk about here instead of just yapping, bro. Like, no yapping, but I'll get you my major thoughts here. Beastman. Torok's cost reduction, good. Now you can choose between him or the Doombull. Doombull better buffs, Torok's better melee combatant. Pretty simple. I think he's viable now. Centaurs of Tzeentch got massacred. Please don't take Centaurs of Tzeentch. They are awful right now. And I will not be debated on this. For 1,200 gold, you have to play pretty much perfectly to actually get the value out of Centaurs of Tzeentch. So it's pretty bad. I mean, they're so squishy and you have to get such good charges to actually get 1,200 value. It's not going to happen. I implore you guys, if you want to be like Wargod, #1 Warhammer player, do not be taking Centaurs of Tzeentch. Zangor's charge bonus went away. Pestigor charge bonus went away a little bit. Zangor a lot of it. So why the Zangor did this, they're trying to standardize the gore. So now all gore variants have 26 charge bonus, which is okay. I guess that's fine. Because it buffed the normal gores, like the ones on the Beastman roster. Oh, right here. I actually just scroll down. I'm a little bit stupid. But yeah, see the gores here. They actually got a buff from this. Yeah, Goreherd Shield, they got a buff from this, and technically the Zangors are shields. They're like, oh yeah, we gotta nerf them. But I feel like Zangors were fine. It wasn't something I needed, but it is what it is. Pestigor's charge bonus. I feel like they need a buff. Bring them, keep their stats the same, reduce their cost by 25. Pestigors are good. Korngors, a little bit of nerf overall. Good. They were still a little overtuned. Maybe it's too much. We'll just have to see. Centaur, massive nerf. 50 gold across the board. That's probably why that Centaur's Tzeentch got hit by that, but they really shouldn't have. Centaurs will still be fine, but Beastmen are taking some heavy hits in this patch. They're gonna go down like a couple tiers. I mean, this is a huge nerf. Every Centaur variant got cost increases 25 for the throwing axes, and everything else is pretty much 50. So yeah, it's intense. It's a lot. RIP Beastmen. This is a huge nerf to them. They're still gonna be good, but nowhere near as good as it once was. But Bretonia, okay buffs. Every single Pegasus in the game, I'm not going to repeat it for every time, but any sort of like flying unit, Longma, Pegasus, Dart Pegasus, I guess that's pretty much it, but those kind of units, every single one, 200 to 300 mass increase across the board. Very good change. It's going to make all those units more valuable and better. They used to get stuck easy. Now they won't get stuck as easy. It's going to change a lot. Knight Terran plus melee attack and charge bonus. Nothing crazy, but it's decent. Green Knight. Green Knight needed this buff, and I'm so glad he got it. I mean, Green Knight, he's good. I'm telling you, take the Green Knight. If they don't have magic attack, think Ogres, Dark Elves, Lizardmen, stuff that doesn't have a lot of readily available magic attack. Green Knight is going to be good. I promise you, he's going to be good. He's going to be meta once I start taking him, once you guys start taking him, loyal Wargod followers. He's going to be good, I'm telling you. With Perfect Vigor, too, Green Knight is going to cook. He has so much physical resistance, and people forget he has the Blessing of the Lady on top of that. I mean, he's so tanky, causes terror, 100% AP. This is good. This is a really good change. This is exactly what he needed. Exactly what he needed. Great job out of CA. The patch, overall, by the way, guys, is just pretty much amazing. I don't really disagree with most on this patch. I'm kind of just a CA Glazer right now. I'm kind of a fanboy. I'm not going to lie. Over here, Beasters of Stone got a big buff. Even though I know they got the cost increase, their weapon strength went up by around over like 50% weapon strength increase. Very high. Very good. I don't know if that'll make them viable, but I'd like to see some stinky units better. What we really need to see is a buff on Battle Pilgrims, because Battle Pilgrims suck. Every time I bring them, I am disappointed, and I'm like, wow, I wish I would not have brought you. Waste of space. Kill yourself. Chaos Dwarves. Oh, Chaos Dwarves are eating good. Pretty much, they got like a 50 gold cost reduction across the board for their melee units that are multi-entities. Bull Center Renders minus 50 gold. Perfect. This should have been this way like ages ago. Bull Center Renders actually good now. Take them for their intended purpose. Dual Axe Infantry. Or, what is that? Dual Axe Infantry, Great Weapons Large. They're going to be good now. Trust me. That's amazing change. Howgrim Wolfrider Bows. Cost reduction. They didn't really need it. They felt fine to me. But minus 25, not going to break anything. It should be fine. Ogilcon Wolf Boys at A75 are such a good unit. Such a good unit. They actually got a 75 cost reduction. Oh, no. I'm dumb. Okay, it's only 25, but still, Ogilcon Wolf Boys, very good unit. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in a lot of Chaos Wolf games. Fire weakness in a faction full of fire and good melee stats, and just like every good stat, at least for a Wolf Rider. Very good. How about Wolf Rider Spears? 25. They needed this. Wolf Rider Spears sucked. They were like losing to like the basic War Dog somehow. How is a wolf losing to a dog? That doesn't add up, but hopefully that's no longer. That might still be the case, but at least still be, you know, similar price, so it makes more sense. Chaos Lord Blunderbusses. Big HP buff. Great. They felt always good, but they just felt like you paid a little bit too much for what they did. And I feel like with all these HP increases, including the Dwarf Warriors and Infernal Guard This is going to make all those Chaos Dwarf units, which at one moment felt like they costed too much, I feel like they're going to cost like the perfect amount now. Same thing goes for Infernal Fireglaves as well, 400 HP. Amazing. I mean, it's truly a magnificent change. I gotta congratulate them. Hobgoblin Sneaky gets leadership 40 to 45. Very good. They definitely needed it. Why do they only have 40? That's way too low. Melee attack +4 for all the Hobgoblin variants besides archers. Amazing. Peak. Because before there wasn't really a reason to choose the Hobgoblin. You either go Labor, you go Dwarf. There's no reason to pick the Goblin Cutthroat, but now there is with 4 melee attack. Pretty decent. But then again, the Dwarf Warriors did get buffed, so I guess we'll have to see how this plays out. But 4 is a really decent buff. I mean, 32 melee attack is like solid for how cheap they are. So, we'll see. Also, Sneaky Gets got another ammo for their primary weapon, which always did like no damage, so at least it's a little something more, I guess. Infernal Guard, still not going to be taken. There's just no reason to take them, but 400 gold. Hey, it makes them better. Infernal Ironsworn got a huge change. I mean, not really. They just got buff increases. A little bit more, but they got way more melee attack, like almost 6 or 8 here and 10 here. Great. And Unyielding Assault, meaning Unyielding Assault means they cannot ever lose melee attack. Whether they're tired or they get debuffed, they will not lose their melee attack, so they're going to stay with 52 melee attack for as long as they're on the battlefield. Pretty nice. Dark Elves. Oh, I'm going to be honest, I was pretty disappointed. There's no Cold One nerfs. Cold Ones are super overturned right now. Matter of fact, there's a Cold One buff, but this is a good Cold One buff. The All War Knights, the Ebon Claw get Terror. Good, giving them some purpose, because before that, they just didn't do anything. I was like, what is your purpose in life? And they said, Master, there is no purpose. And I said, you should go take a nice walk, touch some grass. That's what I said. And over here, we got the Blades of Blood Queen, 4 melee attack, charge bonus. This applies to also the normal Hargoneth Executioners. Are they going to be usable now? No. Are you still going to take Witchers over them? Yes, but they're not awful. They're not awful. I feel like if Witch Elves weren't so good, you can see the Hargoneth Executioners. They're pretty decent. Another elf unit also got buffed too, I'll get to later. Oh, Coldwind Chariot's good now. Yeah, they're just good now. I promise you, take Coldwind Chariots if you need an AP Chariot. If you're not as concerned about the missile attack of the Scourge Runner being anti-large and you want an AP Chariot, bring Coldwind Chariots. They're genuinely good now with those stat buffs, because they were already, like, I was testing them out. They were doing stuff, okay? But with this buff, they're actually going to be usable. Like, trust me. Trust Wargod, trust in the Wargod, and he will lead you to victory. That's just how it works. Dwarves, overall the same. They just took some pretty big nerfs. The dwarf mains are going to cry, as they normally do, if I had to guess. Thunderbarge took a nerf. My hot take is I think Thunderbarge is fine. I think if you can't counter it, that's honestly a skill issue. Hey, burn me at the stake, baby. I'm number 1. Miners took not a minor nerf. They took a major nerf. 425 to 450, 25 gold. Not much, but when you consider, like, there's a little bit here, a little bit there. It adds up quick. And armor piercing got reduced by a lot, by 50 almost %. 6 to 4, crazy less damage. Miners are going to be something. I don't know if we're going to see them as much, man. I'm going to have to consult Gotrek, my resident dwarf expert, to see what he thinks. But we'll have to get to that once the patch actually drops. Gyrocopters plus 100 gold. Okay, cool. Brimstone guns also plus 100 gold. Cool. Yeah. So that's a big nerf. Gyros, yeah. Also, fly speed 105 to 100 speed. Are gyros good? Yes. Is this what they should have been the whole time? Yes. I think gyros are going to be fine now. 800, perfect. Leave gyros alone. Don't touch them. Don't nerf them anymore. Please don't nerf them. Listen, I know dwarves, they got a bad reputation, but let them be, bro. They are already under 6 feet, so just let them have that. Empire, not much changes overall. Demigryph Knights, so you're going to see a lot of like the elite cav, like the Skull Crushers, getting this change here. Max, and also the Grail Knights did as well. Max entities hit by splash attacks 3 to 2. This is going to mean that your cav is going to kill models instead of just damaging them. If you have a 60 damage cavalry and it hits 3 units, it's not going to kill them. But if it hit 2 units that both had 60 HP, then that's going to kill them. Or no, if they had 30 HP, then it would be split among the two, the slash attack doing 30 each, killing them both. That's how that works. So it's overall a buff, I'm pretty certain. It only really is not a buff if you have like such insane weapon strength that you overkill, but that's not going to be the case for most things in the game. And the stuff they buff it's all good for them. That's all meant to be a buff, and it is. I like it. Engineer 50 gold cost increase, good. They're a little overtuned, but I like that this is not a super nerf, because engineers at the end of the day, I like having a good range guy, and he does have counters. If you're not countering the engineer, it's honestly on you. They can't trade against other range units. And at the end of the day, you can catch them and kill them. They're not the fastest things in the world, even though they're annoying. And the damage output is good, but it's not like insane. They're really just best in the single entities. So if you can track them down with either shoot them, even like artillery or magic, they will go down. So I appreciate that one. Yeah, across the whole board. By the way, never take Master Engineer Steam Tank at this point. It got 100 gold cost increase as opposed to the 50 for everything else. Way not worth it right now. Just leave that brother out. And again, all the packages, like I said, entity mass. So I'm not gonna go over it every time because this is a waste of time, guys. Come on. Grand Cathay. Yes, please, mommy, meow, ying, ah. Yes. Astromancer, leadership 70-60. I assume this was just done to bring it in line with the Alchemist. I assume she is like 60 if I had to guess. So they're just trying to have them be equal. But they also increased the mass. The Moonbird, very good. Is the Moonbird good now? No, it's not going to be good. The problem with the Moonbird is a lot more than just his mass. It's the no AP. His ability did get buffed, which is all the way on the bottom. They should have probably put it here, but his Vortex, the little Arcane Phoenix one, did get buffed as well by like 2 damage overall, which is significant because it did 5, now it does 6 overall. So this is a good little chunk buff, but the Moonbird is still going to suck. I don't recommend it. J Lion, great buff. Are they going to be useful? No. But 70, 90 armor. Why did a guy fully made out of stone only have 70 armor? We'll never know. But that 90 armor, pretty good. Base weapon strength, armor piercing weapon strength. Little buffs here and there. Pretty good. Longmas, that entity mass is going to help out so much. I think Longmas are actually pretty good already. But with this entity mass, I think the time of the Longma meta is here. I'm calling it now. These guys, no. Moonbird, no. But Longma, yes. Hey, Terracottas also, they finally got a buff. They got like nerfed randomly when they were already not that good. They just removed the Unbreakable for like no buff. But now at least they're getting some charge bonus and a little bit of weapon strength. A lot of like big slow guys got weapon strength, but it was like very minor. It's kind of strange. These guys, yeah, okay. 35% spell resistance on Dune Dragons. That's the Celestial Dragon Guard OR. Nothing crazy. Greenskins, Gorbat Ironclaw got a big nerf, 100 gold extra. It's really going to make it the clear choice, just be the Night Goblin War Boss. I guess CA is trying to funnel everybody to taking him because he's just so good. I think he should get nerfed, sorry. But he has a Rampage, a Net, and he has an anti-large ability. He even has his own Fanatic, which is like insane. His only bad thing is that he's not... HP is low. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Oh, yeah. Wyvern Mount from the Savage Rock Great Shaman, cost reduction, still bad, probably wouldn't take him. Warboar, Savage Rock Great Shaman, big cost reduction. You can probably see him now, to be honest. I think it's going to be good at this point. Before, it was kind of like, why would I not bring just Wurzag, because it costs like similar, but has way better stats. Now, with the way better cost reduction, I could see you taking the Great Goblin Shaman. Tifrabas, this is supposed to be a buff. Basically, they're removing the fact that they shoot 2 shots to shoot 1 shot with slightly more damage. That's way more accurate. So this should overall be a damage buff because there's no way they're nerfing Goblin Wolf Chariots. Who the hell took them? But it should be fine. Ragnarok Queen reversing the nerf because I don't think... There was this build where you could have like 8 summons, but they already nerfed like everything, so there's no point in nerfing the Ragnarok Queen, and she was just left out to dry. They reversed that good, bringing back the Ragnarok Queen. Probably take it and it'll be fine. High Elves got a lot of big changes, and there's a really big one that's not here. Shadow Walkers have way more HP now, more and more melee defense. So these are the elite version of the Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors are still better, I'm gonna be honest, but I'm glad to see Shadow Walkers finally getting some love. I think CA even forgot they were in the game, to be honest. With that way more HP, I mean, the fact that they can get like 700 hit points and still be a mid-eye unit is just shows like how not great they were before. Rangers got a little bit of a buff. I think Rangers are a good unit. They're going to be even better now. Take them for their intended purpose. Vanguard, anti-infantry, good. I like them. Dragon Princes plus 10 armor, Silver Helms plus 10 armor, good. I think Dragon Princes didn't need it, but whatever. I'll let the High Elves have their day. Silver Helms though, why do they only have 90? That's way too low. They look super armored. Like, elves have good smithies. Like, they're not dwarves, but they have good smithies. Like, let them have the armor, bro. Phoenix Guard got that. Swordmasters also got that 10. Like, everybody basically got 10 armor for the elite stuff. Lord Master of Hoth even got 10 armor. Pretty cool. Swordmaster of Hoth also got 30 missile block chance. Are they going to be good now? No, but a little bit better. Everything helps. I'm sure the High Elf mains are quite happy with this patch. Corn. CA loves to have their random minor issues, but... whatever, I don't know why they shrunk corn. It's not about the size, it's how you use it. Knights of the Brazen Throne are about to be insane. They got a 300 mass increase with an ability that buffs mass when they charge. I'm telling you, if you do not have your infantry brace and these guys are coming at you, they're going to get one-tapped and they're going to die. So be on the lookout for the Knights of the Brazen Throne. Corngirls already talked about. Wrathmongers got a little nerf, minus armor, splash attacks, run speed, mass, but they're still going to be really good. I mean, this is a very minor nerf. But I like Wrathmongers being good, me personally. I know they're overtuned, but I just like the thematics of having like this super strong aspiring champion type unit. So I'm fine with that. Good Wrathmonger nerf. They probably need a little more, but it's okay. Slaughter Brute, Fear, Frenzy. It's kind of weird they didn't have Fear already. I guess I just forgot. Frenzy, gonna be really good for them. Slaughter Brutes are unbreakable until the Lord dies, so that Frenzy ability will be a permanent plus 10 melee attack and weapon strength. Are they gonna be good? No, but they're gonna be there. Blood Crushers also got that splash attack change, making them better. Soul Grinders got a little bit of weapon strength. They're still gonna be dookie. Skull Cannons, they got like a minimum range now. Hellforge Bellower got a huge nerf. Basically, anything past 160 meters is gonna have way less accuracy. It's going to be missing so much. I think this might kill the Hellforge Bellower, and we're going to see people going back to the Skull Cannons. Mark my words now. Kislev, Iceworm Mount, Frostworm. So just Frostworms in general all got a cost increase by, well no, just 50 for the Ice Witch. Okay, never mind, sorry. And the one they got was minus 10 armor, which is good. I feel like their armor was like 110. I get that they're like icy dragons, but Star Dragons only have 90. So I like that change. They were definitely had too much armor. Boris Sorcerers, 100 gold cost reduction. Boris is going to be good now. Boris, at that price, good price. Boyer also got a little cost reduction. He's still going to be bad, though. But Boris, I think, is actually going to be viable at that price. 1300 on Warhorse with Glorious Charge. Very nice. Armored Cossars, melee attack, 32, 34. Good, making them more of like a pick I'd actually want to pick over a shielded Cossar. Lizardman, Pohar Cohort, pretty cool thematic change, devastating flanker. This is the R-War Coblin Spearrider. Before, all they got was Vanguard. Now you can actually, like, that's a lame. Giving an R-War just Vanguard is always lame. Now they have devastating flanker. So if you put this guy in like a trees hiding in the back line, theoretically, charge in to the back, devastating flank them, destroy them. Awesome. I love this chain. Pohar Cohort, actually good now. You're going to see them in games. Skink Oracle, basically, every single Pterodon or Carnosaur got 500 HP. Good. Great change. Are they going to be good now? No, but it's a good change and they're moving in towards the right direction and they're actually viable. They're actually viable. Chameleon Skulkers. I didn't even realize they had that low. 22 melee attack and Chameleon Skulkers. Those are the guys, the orange guys with the precursor ammo and Stalk. Yeah, they were 22 is ridiculous. At 26, they're finally hopefully going to be a unit. 22 is like ridiculous. Like that stats are, that's like goblin stats. And they cost like 650, so great thing that the Chameleon Stalkers are getting that buff. It was very much needed. Norskill, Famir Bilfiend, 30 melee attack. This is the magic caster. He has a cool sundering ability because he's a Famir, so I'm glad to see that he's actually going to be able to hit now with the 30 melee attack. Great change. Skinwolf Hurricane Strider. Yeah, that makes sense. Ice Whip Chariots. Same thing I said about the Cold One Chariots is what I'm saying here. Forget their missile attack. It's going to suck. It sucks. Forget about it. Use them as the actual chariot. It's going to do you good. It's going to do you justice. You're just going to have to trust the War God on this. I am the best for a reason. Like I said, believe in the War God, and the War God will believe in you. Miststalkers, R-War Famir, cost reduction, good. I feel like they were overpriced before. Like, what did they get? Terror and Vanguard? Oh my god, that's so great. Yeah, get out. But pretty good for Norska, little. Nurgle, splash attacks for all the Angels of Decay units. So all the Deathhead units, less splash attack, meaning they're going to be killing models more, which will, again, always be overall a buff, unless they have super high weapon strength. But I think for them, it will be a buff. Plague Ogres got a little buff across the board, better stats, better charge bonus. Are they going to be good now? No, but they could be. The Great Weapon especially got like 8 worth of stats and 4 charge bonus. So that could be a good unit. I think I'm going to have to wait and see in the games because there's a lot more problems with Plague Ogres than just their stats. It's the fact that they're kind of like clunky and they're thick. But they feel thick to play, like you're playing through molasses, so we'll see. Biotroll, conduct effect from Poison Acid Bomb. Acid Vomit is basically Plague of Rust. It reduces armor. So pretty good. I like that change a lot. We already have way too much poison. We don't need any more poison for Nurgle. Give them some like different effects. Like this is, they should have more stuff like this. More like differing effects for the different creatures of the Nurgle roster. Not everybody needs to have poison. Maybe just keep like the infantry or like certain stuff with poison. Change it up. Like this is, I love this change. Combine Biotrolls and Forsaken. Reduce the armor and melee defense and the Biotrolls can actually keep up with the Forsaken. It's gonna cook. I'm telling you, this is about to be a heater strategy. This is the new Nurgle metal. I'm calling it now. You're welcome. Take it now before other people start taking it. Get those W's. Victory Royale. Great and clean one, slight buff, who cares? It's like so minor, they need a lot more than just that. Oh, yeah, okay, that's pretty much it for Nurgle. Pretty decent for Nurgle, not gonna change the ranking though. Ogre Kingdoms, huge nerf on pigbacks. They're the best faction in the game, so I'm very glad to see them getting some big nerfs. Minus 10 leadership on pigbacks, and minus 4 charge bonus. Pigbacks are honestly going to be like much more of a pick where you pick them because you honestly need to fight against large. They're not going to be like anti-infantry, anti-everything anymore. And the pigback ROR got a big nerf. They got like 20 charge bonus reduction. And look at that HP, 600 HP reduction. Yeah, they're not going to be crazy anymore. I think they'll still be usable, but nowhere near what they were before. Thunder Tusks, if you remember that legend video, their secondary attack was really OP. This didn't really affect multiplayer too much, but they've been nerfed a lot in the secondary attack, so that's definitely impactful, but should be fine. Scraggle Slaughterer, Vanguard, cool, he could keep with Gorgers now. Like, Gorgers are good, right guys? Harpoon Launcher, though, is an interesting one. This is going to make the Harpoon Launcher viable. You're only going to pay 200 extra gold from a normal Stonehorn for the Harpoon Launcher, which I find is definitely well worth it. Harpoon Launcher is not crazy, but it's good enough. For 200 gold, you're getting that value. I would recommend the Stone Launcher now. Harpoon Launcher. Skaven, nothing. Haha. Slanesh, Heartseekers, Seekers, plus 100 gold. Heartseekers should have just kept the same, because now it's pretty much back to just pick Seekers. But they are going to be a lot more now, so you got to be careful. Allures, plus 30 armor. A little weird. I don't know why demons are getting armor. But also, all the chariots also got 30 armor, which is good. But Allures should have just got more HP. Chariots getting more armor is good, though. I like. Tomb Kings, Casket of Souls, slight cost reduction. Okay. Irrelevant. Kalita, means content effects. Cool. Irrelevant. Hybrid Fan, this is a big one. Well, not actually. It's only on the chariot. He gets minus 100 gold, but I guess you could take him on the chariot now. I guess. I doubt we will, but you can. Such an Imperishables mount. The chariot one got more like maneuverability with acceleration, deceleration. All the Kemrian War Sweetness got a cost increase by a little bit. It's pretty substantial though. 100 for the basic one, etc. Pretty strong. Tzeentch, Centaurs nerfed to hell. Zangors nerfed a lot. They're probably still good, but not Centaurs. Centaurs, do not take Centaurs, but Zangors, maybe you could take them. Herald of Tzeentch, little armor increase, little touch up here and there. Aranessa, cost reduction, cool. I take Aranessa in some builds, so getting her cheaper is better. She's not that good. Big change for both Vampire Counts and Vampire Coast. Entity Mass. Deathstreak Terrorgeist used to be getting stuck on anything. Now they're gonna be able to like float away, so I appreciate the Entity Mass actually, doing something. Bloated Corpse, cool. Cost reduction, are they gonna be good? No, but I like that they're cheaper. And yeah, 400, like, I don't know, maybe you pull a Bloated Corpse off, I don't know. Vampire Coast, obviously they got the Terrorgeist change, but they also got all their cab pretty much got buffed or cheaper. Blood Knight's better, weapon strength, not a huge buff. Vampire Cop mains are still gonna cry, but it should be okay. Black Knights, all cost reductions. I think Black Knights are going to be viable now. See, the thing is, you counter the Vargeist with like light AP shooting, but with the Black Knights, if they try to counter Vargeist and not ready for Black Knights, you can really charge in there and get them when they're not ready. I love this change. Black Coach got that same chariot change that Cetra did. And yeah, Vampire Coats, they're not going to change the ranking at all. They're pretty much the same faction, but I think it is a substantial buff. Especially this Varix Reavers, minus 100 gold, pretty good. Wars of Chaos, all the chariots buffed. Throwing Axes of Nurgle specifically, cost reduction, and the Nurgle Warriors cost reduction. Forsaken of Slanesh, they're finally getting the charge bonus. Billy Thunderguff minus cost, he's probably still going to be bad. You might as well just get a giant, but Collect Sun Eater plus leadership, he needed plus HP. He has like 8,900 when he really should be having more than that, but I guess it is what it is. Dragon Ogres, minus 50, cool. I don't know if they'll be crazy, but I think they'll be fine. What else? Lost Silver Knights, little bit of cost reduction, okay. 1 melee defense. Zotes, little bit of cost reduction, cool. Arwar, Rodwood Ranger, 4 magic attack, 4 melee attack, magic attack, charge defense for large. Cool, I guess. I mean, nothing crazy. What else are going to stay relatively the same? Zotes are a lot better, though, at minus 50. I mean, anything else? Yeah, that's all the factions. The big winners and the losers. The losers is the Ogre Kingdoms and the Dwarves. They got big nerfs. Kislev is like the same. Vampire Coast got some pretty good nerfs. That Terrorgeist change, I'm telling you, is about to cook. Lizardman got a lot of buffs. No, not nerfs. They got a lot of buffs. Nurgle got a lot of buffs. Overall, nothing. I think Hyle's actually got the most buff, because what I'm about to talk here is Altharian's Mistwalker has been reverted back to patch 5, which was like the good Mistwalker. Like, you get hit by Mistwalker, it's slapping, okay? So that's good now. I like that changed. And a bunch of random abilities. I don't really feel like I need to go. Like, this is throughout heals, not crazy. Primeval Roar. Arwar Trogodon buff, again, like nothing. The only one I won't go out of my way, I already talked about Moonflare, that's the Moonbird ability. The one I'll go out of my way that matters are going to be Meat Feast and Fury of the Falling Blade. Fury of the Falling Blade, I am the one who created this Angry Wardrobe meta. People thought it was bad, but then I showed them, like, hey, ITP in a huge AoE and melee attack is good. And it was good. And it allowed Cathay to win games that they weren't otherwise winning, and they're a Struggle Bunny faction, so they needed that. But now Fury of the Falling Blade, which is the ROR, actually has a purpose. It's it had 3 abilities, and the magic one only gave you magic attack. But now that magic attack is gonna give you weapon strength as well, meaning it's actually viable and like you can use it. Because the magic attack wasn't even good against demons before, because the other ITP and melee attack were just so much better. And then Meat Feast. Big nerf to ogres. Is it gonna keep them out of S tier? No, they're still gonna be the best faction in the game. But was once a 27-second regrowth, is now a 20-second regrowth. So a pretty good, again, like around 50% less than that nerf. So decent. And then let's see. Grimgore's both his items got buffed better on the explosion from his armor, and Gitsnick got more weapon strength buff. Cool. Tharian's also melee weapon got plus 5 weapon strength. Fistful of Lore's ogre ability, that is on the bruiser. Now it gets 2 uses instead of 1. Cool. 40 melee attack for 30 seconds. It is pretty good, that's why it's limited, but giving it double might actually make it worth it because it does cost 200. So to Torgold, they finally fixed it. They no longer has that weird 90% base weapon strength on what the hell is his name? Sigvald? No, it's not Sigvald. Throg and Wolfric, yeah. So Wolfric, and it gives him magical attack too. Awesome, sick. And that's this patch. Overall, a great patch. Amazing for both multiplayer and campaign. I'm not gonna lie, I recorded this video once with a lot more energy and a lot longer. And my mic wasn't plugged in or something, and it didn't record, so that's why this one might feel a little strange. But I like to do more of these. I know this is not the most innovative idea. Everyone and their mama does this, and it's kind of lame, but I wanted to put Wargod's take in. I mean, I'm the best Warhammer player. I'm him. I'm that guy, bro. So I want to, let you guys know what I think about the patch and, like, the stuff that's going to be OP. I want to get you guys set up faster than the opponents. I want to get you guys there at that #1 playing good stage faster. Be better. I want that for all of you guys. Like, subscribe. It really helps with the channel. I'm trying to get those subscribers up, trying to get that big time. But I appreciate it, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.